We're never funny.
We're funny
I've never
sometimes.
been funny
I'm funny. I'm
my
funny.
life.
I'm hilarious.
Hey, I meant to pick up.
I am hysterically funny. Thank you very much. Twitch, can we not? App is being stupid. Yeah, we're here. We're live. It's a thing.
We're here. We're queer. We're streaming.
Well, two of us are. And we're streaming.
Well, no. You're somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah, somewhere.
Eh.
Bro, if you throw a knife at a wall, it's somewhere there, man.
I mean, okay, you specifically identified yourself as Ace the other day, so
Yeah.
that's on the queer spectrum.
I
Yeah.
gotta figure out me 6 later, I guess, because it's not throwing up the thing.
Me slick.
It's always something. It's always something. I'm not good with technology.
Technology hates us all, brother.
Yeah. I work with computers all day at my day job. I hate them there. I hate them at home. Sadly, they are unfortunately
I can smell your fear.
necessary.
Unfortunately, they taste bad everywhere you go, so...
My Mount Roulette only ever wants me to use that snake. Like,
Aw, it's Okami.
My mom roulette only wants me to use this.
all my mounts say trans rights. Including Alexander.
Definitely, Alexander.
Anyway, we're gonna start with my favorite, because it's my stream. That's the wrong direction.
Well, tell us what we're doing, Crow.
We're doing monsters, creature design, like non-boss
Monster Hunter.
creatures and monsters. We will focus on mounts another stream.
We should call it Monster Hugger.
Monster fucker.
No, that's just
The
you.
Hugger.
Let me go find my list.
Gary, where are you going?
To look at the big dust piles.
Mounts is day 10. Why is... Ah, that's why. Mounts is day 10.
Oh, E6 worked.
But yeah, this is my favorite. A little cloud grandpa.
Fart cloud.
A little cloud grandpa. He's not a fart cloud.
Okay, it
He's
looks
so
like
cute.
Slimer
He's
from
so cute, though.
Ghostbusters.
Look at him.
It's mildly cuter than Slimer from Ghostbusters.
It's
No,
significantly
he's
cuter
so
than
adorable.
Slimer. Look at him.
I love his little beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Slimer's grandpa.
His little cat face emoji face. Look at him. He's so cute.
Slimer's grandpa.
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
Terrible.
Why would you do
Goodbye.
that?
Also, great death animation. You know what?
What?
That even goes higher on my scale.
Why would you do that?
7 out of 10.
You're being
Because I hate
attacked
it.
for it. You know that, right?
What?
That wind sprite
shit.
is saying, "Fuck
What's up,
you!
wind
You hit my
sprite?
best friend. I'm gonna hit you for it."
Wind defends wind.
I'm gonna pet it.
Speaking of things that are weird to me, the sprite. But that's okay, because they're just sprites.
You know,
I
I've
don't
never
know, the
actually
wind
looked at them up
sprite-
close.
Of all the sprites, I think the wind sprites are the like.
Oh yeah, they're definitely the prettiest.
Yeah,
Like, you
they're
just see out in the
beautiful.
wild.
Yeah.
I also really like the frost sprites, but I think I'm a little bit biased because I like anything in the winter zones.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Queen, you're the one that went to college for creature design.
Sure did.
Tell us.
Show us some of your favorite creatures.
Yeah, what are some of your favorites?
Oh wait, Crow.
Yes.
Fucking rip, dude.
What? Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
This is me and Queen.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Welcome.
Okay, I know we're not doing mounts, but this is one of my favorite boss designs in the game.
Yeah, we're gonna do trials on what day is trials?
Okay, but if we're just talking
8/22.
creatures, this Quetzalcoatl motherfucker is real good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do wish this was a two-person mount and the other person rode between the other set of wings.
That would be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
And just got like the wildest ride because like
I-
the wiggles around
Yeah.
so much. Like that would be.
That would be
10
kind of
out of
cool.
I do like the double winged serpents,
Me
like
too.
the
Me
multi sets of wing on serpents. Like I always figure that's some good shit.
It's
Mhm.
always some good shit.
Like for a great example is like the evolution between Angemon and Angelwoman turns into like a 6-winged human being. I'm like, more wings, more good things.
yeah.
You know?
more wings equals better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
like, the
I
thing.
mean, if we're going in like this area, let's.
Well, I was gonna
go
say
along.
the thing to remember about video games and like MMOs in particular is that in order to save space and processing power, a lot of these are the same model, just different colors.
Ooh, over here. Okay, so the kickerns
Oh, yeah.
are something you see a lot of in this game.
Mm-hmm.
They look like little, I would say, anteaters, kind of.
Yeah,
like
kinda.
a little aardvark.
Well, we can get a good shot of them by going still if we go to Finale.
They won't mess with us at this level.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, like...
So the kickerns are cute. I like them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then I came to this area and I saw the kickern meat eaters specifically, these ones with the glowing red eyes, and I love this so much more than just like the plain brown version.
You find the
He's got some
normal
goggles.
ones outside of like what, Camp Drybone?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say the ones in Finale. Like, you can see the ones that are, like,
Yeah, that's
established.
true. That's true.
Because then we can just see them walking around because they have, like...
I don't think I've
But that's-
unlocked the Beast Tribe quest.
Oh,
Yeah, I know I haven't because
got
that's gathering. That's
But no,
gathering.
but
Yeah, it is.
I specifically like the meat eater
Mhm.
version of this design. I like the darker colors with the like bright red goggles.
Mhm.
I think they look like scary but also cool. It just like really fucked me up the first time I saw them looking intimidating, and I was like, hell yeah.
Back when we were at a level where they would actively try to attack us too. Excuse me.
Little vile little creature man.
Yeah, in just a second, we will head toward, Camp Drybone
Okay.
Yeah.
and head north-ish. Like, you know where, Thanalan connects to Lenosia up there, by the bridge?
Yeah.
You can find the normal pallets of these things in that area. I think that's
Gotcha.
I think that's Camp Drybone. I'm fairly certain it is.
Well, actually, if we just go to Limsa, there's one right near
Oh,
the
yeah,
east,
that's
right?
true. But then we have to go to Limsa.
Let's just go to Limsa real quick.
Okay.
Because then, okay, so like, remember what this looks like, all cool and shit, and then we'll go see its vanilla cousin.
I'm going to go see if something is up because mine's specifically a fate monster.
Ow. Clipped my knuckle on my desk there. That didn't feel good.
Oof. Oh, that's what that was.
Oh, that didn't feel good.
Dang, bro.
I have to remember where he is.
He gives you a quest at level 1, if I recall, so he should just be, like, on the
Yeah.
bordering left side.
He's right near.
Oh, yeah, these, marketplace, too.
I think his name is Rosy Cheeks or something.
It's over here,
Well,
I think, isn't he?
There's definitely one by the Fisherman's Guild.
I'm pretty sure there's one inside Hawker's Alley, too. Oh, no, it's, Kokorun. Kokyorun?
Kokyorun?
Yeah,
Where-
Kokyorun. He's over here by the other market board.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, I've never looked at him up close before. That is some, Jar Jar Binks kind of energy here.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Red.
With the really big
Yeah.
blue eyes.
And the long snout. Yeah, that is, definitely,
But I do think
same
they're cute.
energy as Jar Jar. It's
Yeah.
interesting. Like, it's a much better design, I think. Not least of which because they didn't try and go outside the limitations of their own CGI.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, I like their little spindly fingers and
Mhm.
toes, too. I think they're cute.
So, in your professional, educated opinion, what makes a good creature design for a video game? Like, is it like in particular in a game like this? Like, what makes an appealing creature design to you?
I mean, there's a difference between good design and appealing design.
All right, well, let's touch on both.
Creature design is you're trying to accomplish a goal. You're either trying to communicate something about the world, so it furthers world building,
Mm-hmm.
or you're trying to elicit some sort of response from your audience.
Mm-hmm.
So like with the kickerns, I think they're meant to be cute. With the big blue eyes and the pink nose, but they're also meant to look like a creature that lives within the world, you know? So you have to strike like a bit of a balance, because especially with Final Fantasy, I mean, Final Fantasy kind of cheats because there's just so much going on in the franchise that they can do crossovers with Monster Hunter, they can do crossovers with Dragon Builder,
it's Dragon Quest right now.
Yeah, there's a crossover event with that going on right now.
They did the crossover with Yokai Watch too.
Yeah,
I know
so
we're
it's
doing Minions another day.
It's what I would call a bit of a kitchen sink franchise.
Yeah.
You guys can't see it, but I'm showing off my Manji mutt, and it's kind of a terrifying minion, but it's a dog with a man's face.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they were trying to communicate with it besides nightmares, but they accomplished it.
Yeah, I figured like this version of Final Fantasy is like a great midway between like cartoony and like a sort of like a realism spectrum, because they can keep it as cartoony and they can have creatures that like are a little odd and a lot of like a little weird, like the Ixal for an example. They still are that level of like that's like the more serious level, and you have things like the Porksies, which are, you know, like old school fantasy flying ear pigs, you know. So I do like its spectrum of they gave themselves a great basis for art in general. Oh, by the way, I'm an art major. I don't know if that helps. They gave themselves like a great general thing for implementing something that could be in anything, and like no matter what they do, it can still feel like it's Final Fantasy, especially because of how big 14 is.
Yeah. Which, speaking of, let's go see what the Ixal look like, just to give anybody who's never seen them a frame of reference.
One,
oh yeah, there is, isn't there? I keep forgetting.
Yeah, Hawker's Alley is great. I think it's over this way.
The fate for the thing that I wanted to love has not shown yet.
Which fate is it?
Don't remember its name. It's in one of the Korthus zones. Korthus Central Highlands.
Oh, gotcha.
Right here, it's one of the Ixal.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, no, this is one of the lizard dudes.
Yeah, that's an Ixal.
No, the Ixal are the bird guys.
Right. This is Amalja. Amalja? Yeah, Amalja.
Like a weird looking one. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ixal, easiest place to find those is near Fallgourd Float.
Correct, yeah.
I'll teleport.
Okay. I'll let you pay for it.
But yeah, so getting back to the big question that you asked.
Yes, I know I asked a big question, but...
So it also depends on whether you're doing something that is... So if this game was a sci-fi, like, say, Mass Effect, the rules for what good creature design would be in that instance are different than in a fantasy setting.
For sure, and that makes perfect sense.
Because if you're doing something that's based in science, then it needs to be something like, okay, does it fit believably in this world? How would this creature have evolved? What does it eat? You know, like, how does it hunt? Like, does it need camouflage? Like, that sort of thing. So, like, it needs to make more sense in the world.
Yeah.
And as like fantasy creature necessarily would have to.
Like, as a great example, I know we're talking mostly about Final Fantasy, but as like a great example for them, like, fully developing something, I'm going to single out the Krogan, because they developed a race, they gave it an issue, they gave it a reason to survive and how it survived. And it made it a full-on believable thing. I was like, and that to me was something that was great about Mass Effect in that sense. That's again what Final Fantasy does. Like a lot of their creature placements and like, you know.
Over here, to the left.
Yeah. Well, and the lore of Final Fantasy XIV in particular makes it really good to have a really diverse, like, casting of... No, that was a... Oh, no, it wasn't. That wasn't Amalja. Yeah, these are the Ixal. Bird people.
They're like, lizard birds.
Cranky lizard bird people. Are lizards and birds not really the same thing, depending on the addition of feathers or not, though?
No, dinosaurs and birds are the same thing.
Gotcha.
Lizards and birds are different.
Yes, okay. But
if you want to get into evolution talk, we can get into evolution talk. But...
No, let's not. That's a whole other conversation. But
well, I mean, it does relate to creature design, though. Yeah,
the lore of Final Fantasy XIV, what I'm saying, though, is, like, Disney theory. it's Disney theory, but for Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it doesn't really work quite as well after 14. Like, they did the one crossover event with 15, but, like, it's implied that each of the 14 shards of Final Fantasy 14, like the different worlds that have been created through the story, are supposed to be at least representative of the other 13 Final Fantasy games. Which, you know, barring sequels and companion games, of course.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to throw the Warrior of Light into the world of Final Fantasy VII, for example, you'd have way different creature creation. You'd have more, like, a mutated theme. And more, like, definitely a more technological theme. Whereas if you were to toss them into, say, Final Fantasy III, you'd definitely be going old school high fantasy type.
Yeah, old school, you know, griffins, flying birds everywhere, sort of shit.
And the fact
which
that...
I'm a typical bitch for old school fantasy designs. I love when an old school fantasy design is done right, or does something to change an existing thing. Because I think that's super important. It's not to like, yes, we all have rooted in, like, whatever, like, for whatever we're creating. Like, we know it's a fantasy world, so we know that there's going to be some measure of, like, a goblin, or there's going to be some measure of, like, an orc or whatever. But I do like when they take those things and they twist them to something that fits their current world, not just, like, and there's an orc, and it's just an orc, and they have, like, orc clans and whatever. I was like, no, it's cool when, like, you see games like this, where it's like you have the beast tribes in this instance, where it's like all the beast tribes are different things. They're still creatures found in the world, but these ones can talk and they have a goal. They have their own thing that they want to do. I mean, we unfortunately stop a lot of things that they want to do, but it gives them another reason to have, like, a fully fleshed out, functioning version of something that they created before to put into it.
Which, speaking of goblins, Final Fantasy XIV has my favorite iteration of goblins in any media ever. Just for the fact that they're not inherently problematic. Like, goblins have had some... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Anti-Semitic tropes.
Yeah, they've been, and, like, not to get too relevant, too on topic about other things, but, finding that in 2020 is kind of a rarity, to be honest. But, like, the goblins in 14, they're industrious, they're creative, they work with technology, they're not obsessed with money. And that is so unusual for a goblin race, because, like, traditionally that's what they've been a stand-in for. Like, that's just kind of the unfortunate truth. But yeah,
and not to mention, they don't fall into a lot of the design tropes that mimic a lot of anti-Semitic sentiments, with, like, big noses and stuff like that. Like, that's just offensive.
They have a really fun way of talking too, that doesn't, like, inherently become problematic.
Hello, friends.
Oh, hi, Volcano. Welcome to the stream. Trying to find where I had gotten quotes for somebody.
We're talking about creatures.
Yeah, we're talking about goblins in particular and how much I adore them.
Here's just like a reading from just talking to one of them. As Uplanders pack up things, leave buildings empty, so is Gobbleflock coming and becoming keepers of Charlon. Like, they just break off their words a lot.
My favorite thing about goblins is their drama. And here's a quote from the main storyline in When You're in Idleshire. Brave flocks all talks. Unwise are you to come here after dirty taking secret knowings of cheese-make from Illuminati.
Oh yeah, goblins are the Illuminati.
They were originally called Hands of Blue in Japanese, which I'm fairly certain was a reference to Firefly that they decided to can at the last minute.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, if you look around Idleshire, you can see the blue handprints all over the place.
And also, you can see just some cute little gobbos.
I'm gonna work the phrase "pray to Godfathers, for punishment is near times" into conversation as much as I can. More junk is awaiting Brayflox muchly. Brayflox is taking leave of Uplanders, which we're the Uplanders. We're from up further in the land. But yeah, like, they're great. They're easily my favorite, like, cooperative group of, like, people that you play with in this game. They are hysterically funny. Oh, is that someone you know?
No, they're wonderful.
This person, Flower Evergarden, just sent me a tell saying, "Wow, I love your character."
Oh,
that's cute. Volkendo, do you have a favorite?
Favorite what?
We're doing creature design, so like non-boss monsters, animals, critters that you find in the game.
I like freaky, all the freaky buff big cats. Like Square Enix doesn't know how to design a cat. Like so, like all of, like the lion mount and like the bear mount, like they're all like roided up.
That you find in Yamcha.
Oh yeah. We should go to Yamcha.
They look like fucking ripped ass Bara dude.
Oh, the ones that I can think of easily are the Similodons.
Oh
yeah. I love that shit.
We didn't show off Yamcha on Music Day, which I kind of had meant to. So we can correct that.
I thought you said Yamcha, like the DBZ character. Yeah.
No, the location. I gotta remember where these things are. This way. I'm heading northwest-ish. No, I'm not. I'm heading west, because I have to go around the wall. But yeah, like these rhino beetles, I've seen this same model 1,000 other places in the game. It's just a different color. And that really, like, it keeps the game unique without overtaxing, like, people who are on lower powered PCs, people who are on PS4s. And the way that they've done that is really, has been really creative. I don't know where to find these tigers in retrospect.
Conspiracy of Crows is the name of your stream, right?
Well, I'm calling it Crow Games, but yeah, the channel is Conspiracy of Crows. Yes. You should be tagged on Twitter. I don't know who's approaching me.
Me.
Oh, you're approaching me? Aw, look at your little porksy. Yeah, I don't know where to find these tigers. But yeah, like, there's a fate over here, stay of execution, that's cute. But the birds here showed up in, the Weeping City of Mach in one of the boss fights. Same model, just a different color.
Oh, somewhere around here has my least favorite design ever created.
Which one?
Let me see if I can find it before I just lead you on a wild goose chase.
Which fate is this?
Oh yeah, if you want to come to me.
Sure.
Fucking hate these things so much.
Is it the water serpent?
Only because they creep me out. No.
Oh, the heads.
Oh, those things.
Fuck God, I hate these fucking things.
They're a traditional design in, I want to say, Japan.
Yeah, no, it's
I know.
Yeah, like this area was definitely, like, I was reading the art book the other day. This area was meant to be more inspired by, like, ancient China. But you definitely see these, the Koja in, like, Japanese temples in particular. I believe. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't want to get that wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're right, but that doesn't mean it's not gross.
Yeah, the fact that they jiggle is weird. That's what makes it weird, I think.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Yeah. Since we're over here, we should go show off the Namazu. These little shits.
No, these are the money-obsessed ones.
Yeah, they're... I just got the joke about catfish. I was today years old.
They're gonna catfish you and steal all your money.
Yep. But yeah, these guys, they had a really fun... I always thought they had a really fun creature design.
What are you doing outside of my apartment? Get back in there.
They have a really fun Beast Tribe Quest storyline, if I remember right.
Their Beast Tribe Quest is one of the funniest fucking things.
That's crafting, right? Or is that gathering?
Gathering and crafting.
Oh, okay.
You can do both.
Nice.
I gathered through it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch.
But yeah, come over here, Crow. And look in this pot.
He says nothing to see here.
I love him. He's my favorite.
Volcando, where do you find those tigers, though? Now I'm curious.
Oh, they're north of Namai.
Right.
Or,
there's
or
also,
like, towards
I
the
think
end
there's,
of Namai.
there's also some, I think, outside Tail Feather.
Oh, yeah, there are, aren't they?
Oh, those are yeah, but if we go to Namai, there's the, like, traditional tiger ones.
Yeah. Plus, Yansha is just a really pretty place to explore.
Here, I'll give you guys a free teleport to Namai, just to save time.
It didn't catch me. Oh, no, it didn't. Never mind. Yeah, do you have a favorite that you enjoy, though, Volcando? Like, I've got my little dust grandpas outside of,
There's one right here. Extremely freakishly buff tigers.
Dang, you could cut diamonds on those deltoids.
Yeah, they're
Like,
funny. Like, I love it.
Terrifying. The first time I saw this, I was like, I don't want to touch it.
Aw, he's angry boy.
And it's got like a razor mohawk.
You know what it kind of reminds me of is Red 13, like just in the build of it.
Yeah, until they put Red 13 in this, I'm gonna have to sell for that.
They still haven't done Final Fantasy VII crossover except for the one thing you get from veteran rewards, and I think that's tragic.
Oh, the clouds, and it's the Advent Children outfit, boo.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't do a crossover for 7 Remake. Like, that would have been the thing to do.
I kind of thought they would, yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do anything for Kingdom Hearts 3 either, though, so...
Wow. Disney has their hooks in that pretty hard.
They don't own the non-Disney characters. Like, that was part of the contract.
They sure do.
No. Square Enix owns the non-Disney characters. They had Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts. Square Enix they will lease the rights to those, sure, but they're not gonna sell them for all the money in the world. They make them too much money.
Yeah.
Aw, he did a sit. Oh, yeah, we teased yesterday about, your least favorite, Liz.
What?
Your least favorite?
Oh.
We teased about that yesterday. Is that outside, Twine? I want to say.
Yeah,
yeah, you can find it out. You can find him outside of Twine.
Yeah, sure. Let's try.
I remember that was where you were complaining first.
So,
let's
design.
Let's find him first.
Good creature design is kind of difficult to define because it can vary. But bad creature design is easier to define. For me, at least.
Mm-hmm. Because we were doing maps around here, I thought. Really?
I think it's in this direction, over here. Yep, there's one over here.
Okay.
I mean, if we're being real, my favorite non-boss creature is probably the Amalja, just in general.
That's fair. I think we showed off the one in Limsa. Alright, so tell us what you...
not Ixal. The ones that summon... Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah, so tell us why you don't like this one.
I don't like it because it says it's an iguana and it's a fucking chameleon! It's stupid! Creature design is about communicating an idea, and this is the opposite of that. Like, I don't... It's not even a translation error or something. Like, this is clearly not an iguana. You could have named it a chameleon. Why didn't you? There's no fucking reason. Other than to make me angry.
That gripe is the funniest thing to me.
Oh, you have not heard their specific gripe of a Fallout 4 enemy.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, we cannot. We will talk about that now.
My thighs.
Yeah.
We got you started. Oh. While we are in Amarang, there was one that I had written down specifically.
I hate these fuckers though, because it's I'm tired.
It makes me laugh though. Does that make me a bad person? Maybe a little bit, but it makes me laugh. I gotta think where I'm going. This way.
I see how it is. You enjoy my stuff, right?
Maybe. I'm heading over towards Mordsuk. This is south by
More soup?
southwest. More soup. Let's see. Here we go. These things.
Would you like some more soup?
No! I don't want to, like, combat you. I want to watch him do the animation.
Oh, the gigantenders?
Yes! Don't get too close, though. Because they pull really quickly. Yeah, I could watch these little fuckers for hours.
Just doing their little head tip?
Yeah. Come on, do the thing.
There he is. There he goes. Oh, he got pulled.
Yeah, like I said, they pull really easily because we're less than 5 levels above them. You have to get further away.
But, like, they 100% have penises on their heads.
I wasn't gonna say it because we're on a stream, but sure, they do.
But if we're talking about the design of creatures...
Don't get too close, you're gonna pull again.
You have to acknowledge the fact that, like, creature designers will try to sneak that shit in whenever they can because they think they're funny.
Kingdom Hearts had a dick bush, too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in Olympus.
Shaped bush.
There were a number of them. In every JRPG I play, there is a hidden dick somewhere. No, come back here.
If you play any of the Shin Megami Tensei games, there's dicks that are just not hidden.
Yeah, but that's an M-rated game.
The Dick Chariot. Here, I'll just take some hits when you can get some.
I'm trying to get him to do the animation.
Oh, sorry.
Dang it.
He has the biggest aggro range I've ever seen.
He sure does, because we're less than 5 levels below him, or above him. It's too high. Come on. I wonder if these ones don't do it.
No, they do. I saw him do it on my screen.
Gotcha. He hasn't done it on mine yet. Come on, buddy. You and your stupid shocked face. Oh, he hasn't done it on mine yet.
He's just a little trip.
No, come back here.
Yeah, why is he so caked up, though? My man's got some cakes.
Once you've got that,
There we go.
Yeah.
And
let's go to Mordsuk because I want to talk about kobolds.
Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, that was a little animation that they do that I absolutely adore about these things. They're so funny.
Yeah.
They are my favorite in...
Sabotenders, in general, are one of the most iconic Final Fantasy creatures.
They've never done the big one like that before, though. That was definitely new for Shadowbringers.
Yeah, that was a new spin on an old classic.
Yeah, like Cactuars and Sabotender is what they're called in Japanese, if I remember right. But yeah, the little Saguaro Cactuars, as you might call them, are iconic. Like, they're up there with the Chocobos and the Tonberries and the Moogles.
Yeah, they even put them in Monster Hunter.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you can get one. You can see a few running around, and then you can.
Oh, heck.
If you're quick enough with your little net launcher, you can have one that runs around your little apartment.
Yeah, these are the what are they called in Norvryd? The Mord?
Something like that.
Yeah, they're called the Mord in this area.
I love their little faces, and when we when we first saw them in Realm Reborn, they wear these heavy masks.
Mm-hmm. We never got to see
like
their face.
Like an iron grill over their face, so you don't get to see how cute they actually are. And they make little, like, raccoon noises, and I just love them.
Hello, gay and depressed. Welcome to the stream. I apologize I didn't see that sooner. I had forgotten to turn on my overlay. Let me fix that.
But yeah, so these little guys are some of my favorite creature design in the game.
Cute.
Because their faces are so cute, and they're all twitchy, and they make me think of, like, possums.
You're in the way, Care. There you go. Aw. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say possums.
Well, no, not opossums. Possums.
Oh, gotcha.
With the way the tail is and stuff.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
A possum is from Australia, and they have a furry tail, and they're also a marsupial, but they look more squirrel-like, whereas an opossum has, like, the bear tail and is gray and white.
The one, the trash gremlin that we know here in the States.
Yeah, possums from Australia, like, climb trees and have brown fur and furry tails.
Oh, sounds cute.
Yeah.
Aw, look at him.
They're considered a major pest animal there, though.
Aw, he's so happy. He's doing his little salesman dance.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah, they're very cute.
I also want to show off the pixies and the new Mo.
Ooh, those are some
I
good
do
ones.
love the new Mo, yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Let me do a random. Even is pixies first, odd is Numo first. Do Numo first. To play any. So the Numo honestly remind me of the Mystics from the Dark Crystal. 100% they do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They remind me of Terriermon.
Yeah, that too. Like the bastard offspring of those two.
Yeah, pretty much. Except not bastard because they're too pure.
They are very pure. Hi, buddy.
Oh, these sweet boys.
But yeah, like the big long furry tail and the long ears is where I get.
Yeah,
Dark Crystal.
and the mane of white fur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the interesting thing that I take away from their creature design, because these are supposed to be like very wise creatures, very enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
And so the big holes they have in their ears, the big hoops, it kind of looks like when a person who has gauged holes in their ears takes the plugs out. In Buddhist culture, that's like a really big symbol of wisdom, stretched out earlobes like that, because Buddha originally had like he was a prince, and he had so many earrings that his earlobes got stretched, and he had like big old stretched holes in his ears. That's why you always see him depicted with huge long earlobes.
Huh, I didn't know that.
And when he became enlightened, he gave up all his worldly possessions and took out the earrings and stuff. So the presence of like very long stretched earlobes with no earrings in them is a symbol of like enlightenment in Buddhist faith.
Huh, well I learned something today. I never knew that.
Yeah, and like that's what good creature design is using a design element like stretched out earlobes to evoke something that like the average person might not even pick up on, but like it shows that there's thought and research.
That's so cool
behind the design itself.
That
and like
is so
that
cool.
to me is like peak creature design.
For sure. Also,
because it communicates something about the creature, but in such a subtle way that most people wouldn't even realize.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, I didn't know that. I never would have picked up on that.
Yeah, but like for me, who knew that just because I know random shit, like the second I saw them, I was like, oh, I know what these guys are.
But yeah, the entirety of this area is based on traditional Celtic mythology too, and I'm fairly certain these are supposed to be like the Welsh representation. I believe.
But of course with some Buddhist flavor thrown in for good measure.
You know, it's just...
Well, that's
everything kind of bleeds into itself in this game.
Yeah, you can blend those thoughts together. While we're by Wolkdorf, we should stop by.
Oh yeah, we should show off the Amaro.
Of course it starts raining.
That's alright. These handsome boys, I love the Amaro.
Yeah, let's go have a look at Seto. Because he's a big boy.
I have two philosophies of creature design that I like. One, I like the horny ones.
In what sense? In like the literal sense, or?
No, in that just like I'm a really basic person and I like dudes. So if there's like, oh, this thing looks kind of like a hot dude, I want to do that. I like that one. But then also, if we're being serious, have you ever heard of Kazuma Kaneko?
I have not. Also, I appreciate you so much.
Don't worry. I also am very basic. Kazuma Kaneko does all of the monster designs for the Shin Megami Tensei series.
Gotcha.
And he also did, I think, most, if not all, of the Persona designs.
Gotcha.
And in particular, if you can find his artwork, it's actually really, really rare now. I think I ended up paying like $70 for mine. But like,
wow.
Particularly his Persona 2 art book is really excellent. I feel like Persona designs never, I think that was like where they peaked. They were much more symbolic. Whereas then they kind of moved on and saved the really good symbolic shit for boss monsters instead in Persona.
Yeah, and they did the same thing in pretty much every Final Fantasy, but 14 in particular. This little wolf dude over here in the background is, again, the same model, it's just a different color palette, because it saves resources. But yeah, tell us what you like about the Amaro in particular.
Okay, so I have mixed feelings about the Amaro.
Okay.
Specifically, Volkendo, do you have the mount of it yet?
The Amaro, yeah, I have it. Do you want me
to? Would you mind meeting us in Wolfdorf?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Because I think there's something about its animations specifically. So I like this design. It's part camel, part bird, all cute. Looks like an old man. I'm into it. The things that I don't like about its design, because like it definitely communicates like, okay, this is a working, like this is a creature of labor. That is what their role is in this world, which camels are. So like camels are one of the first creatures. They're among the first, I would say, that humans probably domesticated, or started using at least for domestic use. And they're used worldwide for carrying things. So in that sense, I do like the design, because it communicates effectively about the world and about the role of this creature in the world.
I'm in Wolkendorf, by the way.
Oh, okay. Over here by Seto. What I don't like about this creature design is if you look at Volkendo over here, he's riding on it as a...
the other direction. We're over here.
Other way.
Other way?
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah. If you look at this thing while it's flying, it has 4 wings that flap on top of each other. This thing cannot fly! That is not how wings work.
No, but it's also a fantasy game, and they established that these are also creatures of magic.
Yes, and that's the only reason why it works. And if the only reason why your creature design works is because #magic, then guess what? You cheated.
Yeah, but like even the idle animation, you can see that like there's a pack with lights and a lantern and stuff on the back, and like you clearly ride on one of the 2 humps that's there. You can still see very clearly that it's meant to be a working animal. Does it have a secret hotbar?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that detracts from the design.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they cheated. This creature could never fly.
Well, no.
Like there are other ways you can implement 4 wings.
Pull out your fat chocobo, just for S and G's. Just for S and G's.
I love fat chocobo.
So that thing can fly by that logic?
No. I'm not saying this thing should have any right to fly. I'm saying both these fuckers have no right to fly.
We'll showcase this more on the mounts stream, but do me a favor and just I can hop online. So I want to point out something just that tickles me every time I see it. When you're on the ground with a fat chocobo, it's cabbage. When you hop in the air, it's a cake.
Oh, I never noticed that.
And
the different cakes for different chocobos. Yeah.
That cracks me up.
And then every time it flies, it opens its mouth to try and eat it. It's so cute.
It's like, I want cake. Me too, buddy.
Yeah, and see, like, that's what I'm talking about, how good creature design can be difficult to define. Because, like, that is good creature design, because that's funny and that's cute. And, like, it makes sense. Like, he's flying because he wants the cake so badly. This thing...
I have also just taken off like a rocket because I knew there was cake at the other end of the flight.
It's more the wings on this, the way that the 4 wings together are, like, implemented.
Yeah.
Doesn't make anatomical sense. Mm-hmm. Like, the second set of wings, if you look at it, they're kind of just shoved in there with no supporting muscle structure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is my issue.
Yeah, and that's totally fair. Like, that is a genuine flaw in the character design, or the monster design, however you want to call it.
Either move the wings, or, like, adjust the anatomy so that the wings make sense.
Yeah.
Or just don't have them.
And I do agree with that. I do agree with that assessment. It will be daylight soon, which means we can show off... Like, pixies are great if you don't look too close. That is one of my favorite mounts. That's amazing.
No, Mazu, yeah.
But yeah, let's head over to... Let's take the scenic route to, Lita Laron. Just because we didn't really get to showcase this on, Music Day, or... Have we done locations? I don't think we have.
Thank you for coming to show that, Volkendo.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Volkendo. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Here's the other thing that I do take issue with, just... Speaking of mounts, so your reward for getting every single for getting every single class/job for like fighting at least up to 80, which takes considerable amounts of effort
or money if you don't want to put in the effort,
is one of the most drab and boring looking mounts in the game.
Yeah.
Now, Volkendo, do you know this? Did you get something for having every class at 70 in last expansion?
No.
Oh, really? So this is just a newly added thing?
Yeah, this is a newly added thing. I think you got a title last time, but it was just...
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was hoping it would be like every time that you did that, they would give you a mount to what the expansion would be. So that makes sense for the Amaro, because like our entire basis of system of transport is the Amaro launch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was hoping like, in Stormblood it'd be whatever.
They might do that going forward. Would be kind
yeah, I would imagine.
But I guess they did just give you a bird.
Speaking of creature designs, these moth guys, the little like purple.
Oh yeah. Let me come
ones,
back.
I just like these. They're
pretty.
They're pretty and they look soft.
Yeah, I mean it fits the location.
It fits the location. It's like they're just so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. I wish it wasn't raining.
Give it a couple minutes. So, welcome to Lita Laron, home of the Pixies, which if you know anything about, in particular, Irish mythology, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying when I say they're upsetting if you look past the surface. Anybody who was here for day 1 where we did MSQ, we met Feo Uhl, who is one of the Pixies. And one of their first questions for the player is, did you make it here with all of your hair and fingernails?
Mm-hmm.
That's upsetting. That's an upsetting thing to ask somebody. But yeah, like...
Imagine if every stewardess asked you that once you got on the flight.
No, I would absolutely not. Let me see if I can get in close to this one. Not really.
The best thing I would recommend doing is going far ahead of it and then zooming your camera in. Like from where I am, if I have my camera zoomed in, I can see them fully. Okay.
I got it. But yeah, like
maybe it's because I'm just so fucking tall.
Yeah, they don't wear clothing. That's all their skin and their bodies, and that's also kind of upsetting. Like just from an anatomical point of view, that upsets me.
Tell that to every single humanoid Pokemon ever.
They also upset me. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't like those.
Well, you don't like Girder?
No. But yeah, like if you look at them, they've got the really long claws too, and these gigantic, like almost insectoid eyes.
See, but this is an example of unappealing but good creature design.
Yeah, and like I said, they're great from a distance. They're really interesting to look at, and yeah, they all use roughly the same character model, but they've varied the looks and the colors enough that they all feel distinct.
Yeah, especially this one, who's eating an apple that says, I eat the whole thing, I shall go pop.
But yeah, I just noticed that they've got, like, almost joints at their hips.
Yeah.
It almost kind of looks like a doll.
Yep.
Like if you look in close. And again, that tracks with the lore for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come around to the back. Hang on.
If you have done the Fairy Beast Tribe quest, they have some pretty upsetting lore about exactly what they are.
They sure do.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of dead children.
But yeah, I quite appreciate their design because it in media you don't see a whole lot of accurate depictions of what Celtic Fae are actually like. Which is like they're beautiful, yes, and they're cute and they're mischievous and stuff. They're also straight up dangerous. When you first come to this area, I was just recently playing through the plot in this zone on an alt character, and one of the first things you have to do in order to befriend them and get them to unfog the area for you is to do some chores for them and run around and answer questions. And you have to keep silent and not answer them.
Yep.
Whenever they try to talk to you. Because the first one asks, like, oh, you're so cute. Like, what's your name? And you have the choice to answer with your name. Well, actually, specifically they ask, can I have your name?
Yeah.
And you can either stay silent or you can tell them your name. And when you stay silent, they go, oh, aren't you a clever one? I could have had so much fun with your name. Because one of the big things in like Fae lore and Fae magic is if someone says, can I have your name? And you give them your name, you have actually given them your name, which is like your soul essentially, and they can control you.
Yep. Also, these Deku scrub looking things here used to be people.
Yep.
That thing that you're standing next to, Queen, used to be a person.
That I was jumping on. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
They are absolutely dangerous, and I really like that they gave that element of you should be a little bit unsettled by these things, both in the design and how they interact with the character, like the player character in the world. Like, I really, like, half my family is Irish, very, very Irish family, and I really appreciated the attention to detail that they put in on the designs here. And, like, to go back to the Numo as well, that's their whole thing is, like, there's an entire, it's played for laughs, but there's a whole scene where one of them is basically coerced into helping you out, because that's, like, his base instinct is a person needs help, a human needs help. Time to go do the thing for them. They've been kind to me, I must repay it.
Which is, if you look in specifically Fae lore, that would be a brownie.
Yep. They also talk a lot about, like, when you free this area from the Hold of Light, there's a whole scene with Feoul where they say, you know, we wouldn't just help you in your fight on a whim. And you're thinking, oh, are they really that fickle and whimsical? But then they turn around and they say, but to repay the debt for bringing back the night, that's another thing. And that's another, just a nod to, like, you don't leave with a debt unpaid.
Yeah. Before you
about repaying debts.
Before we leave this area, have you guys shown them the rose bear?
No, we haven't. We should, though.
I'm over by them.
The rose bear is good.
This is one of my favorite fucking shit in this game.
Again,
I love it
it's
so
really
much.
pretty, but it's also just a little bit unsettling if you look too close.
It very much gives me the Last of Us vibes.
Yeah, with like a plant that is taking over its body.
And a problematic lesbian? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. As far as like the
and we even have a
parasite-
special monster up, so we can even go
is
by
there?
that.
Oh yeah, there
Yep.
is.
This moaf.
Are you talking about Forest Haldia? Is that a unique design, or is that one that they
God, I have no
It's
idea.
one of those ones where they say,
Oh!
oh god, I pulled him.
okay, well.
But yeah, it's one of the ones they use very sparingly. I do think it does get repeated in, where is it? The place you go in Heaven's Word,
I like the little echovores. Echovore. They chase their tails.
yeah, the rose bears are really cool. But yeah, anyway, the Oporus Paldea, he does get repeated in
yeah, I thought places, so.
He's always a special boss monster.
Yeah.
Or like, there's a smaller version of him, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then, since we are here, let's see if I can find one.
Yangi.
It's not being engaged with. The Undine. Which, again, features in Celtic and Gaelic mythology. Oh, nope, she's not happy. She didn't want me to be that close.
Yeah.
Ow.
But they're very pretty.
They are very pretty if you can get up close without pissing one off.
Yeah.
Where haven't we shown off stuff? Ooh. Meet me, outside, meet me in Camp Dragonhead.
Hell yeah. Snow areas.
Just things that kind of blew my mind a little bit the first time I saw them. Oh my god, my roommate's dinner smells so good. I'll wait for Liz. Follow me. We're going south. No, the car cools are really cute, but that's not what we're here for. Let's see if I can spot one. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the gators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, the feral crocs. Yeah, these guys, I love their creature design.
Let me see if I can get one to do the thing.
It's upsetting, and it's like...
Ah, dang it. Too fast.
Here, hang on.
Let's go do the fade. I'm pretty sure this one does it
I have one on me right now, and I just want to attack it. It'll eventually do its thing.
But yeah, you see how the top of the head opens up? I've never actually looked that closely.
Yeah, and it's got holes in its skull for its eyes to look out through its mouth. See, that's doing something really creative with creature design. Also, the idea of a croc in a snowy area that has fur, I like.
It feels more... It feels very, primitive, I guess. Maybe primordial is a good word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's upsetting, but also really cool. I would love one of these as a mount.
Mm-hmm. There was one other one out here, and I can't think what it was. What was it I was thinking of out here? I remember it being way out in the middle of nowhere. There's only one aetheryte out here, and that's always kind of frustrating.
After this, if we could go to Tamamizu.
Yeah, let's go to Tamamizu. Let's go to that one, because I'll think of the one I'm...
I have some yelling to do.
Yeah, let's go do that first, and it'll come to me. Gold says Beetlejuice face, and you're not wrong about the crocs.
Yeah, it is a very Beetlejuice creature.
Oh, right. Tamamizu with its really pretty music.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna complain about the Kojin?
I sure fucking am. Because, okay, come look at this guy.
Heroes and a half shell.
Okay, that is not my issue. I'm fine with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle look. That is not my issue. Mm-hmm. My issue is that when you I know they're supposed to look like a traditional, like, samurai helm. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very peak Japanese design. I get it. I'm into it. But the fact that their mouths don't move when they talk, like there's no animation.
Certain that's a mask that they're wearing, because you can kind of see the seam for it.
Nope, that's their face.
Huh.
It's part of their head. It 100% is, and I hate it. And there's no, like, their mouth is just an open hole.
Huh.
And it doesn't move when they talk, and I despise it.
Well,
with burning fiery passion.
Excuse me. The reason I say it might be a mask is because you can see the back of it along their necks.
No, I know.
You see the joint of it.
Like,
but
my understanding was that was just like armor plating, like on a reptile. Because if you look at the front, that green, like, sort of ornamental shape to it still attaches to their skin.
Yeah, but if you look, like, underneath where an ear would be, you can kind of see the seam where a helmet would be. You see what I mean?
no, I get what you're saying, but it's all connected to their skin.
Huh.
Like, all of it does blend with their skin at some point around the neck.
Huh.
And, like, up the side. Like, it is actually their flesh.
Huh.
And
I
so
am kind of surprised that you're not complaining more about the fact that their shells are just backpacks.
See, that I care less about, because that's, like, a thing in, again, Japanese
I
folklore.
know.
It's, like, that I can...
That's
I
like...
can handle.
That's how I headcanon Bowser's shell to be like, so that I
that's
can
fair.
imagine him on his back.
Oh, Kendo.
I was like, how dirty do I want to go with that joke?
Not terribly dirty. Not terribly dirty. This seems like a bad time to mention the fundraiser.
Anyway, the point is, I hate their stupid helmet heads. And just, I hate them.
I'll post an NSFW artwork of Bowser in the channel.
In the
I am gonna pass, but you have fun with that.
We will, thank you. But yeah, that was my rant about the Kojin. I really like them as characters. Like, Soroban is great.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish his mouth moved.
I think my
also, like,
favorite
also,
interaction...
Look at the thickness. Okay, so, like, let's say this was a helmet. The thickness and the height of the angle on their neck, they either have, like, the pointiest pinheads ever, or just, like, no fucking face whatsoever. Because if they actually had some sort of face under the helmet, you would see it through the hole in the mouth of their mask.
That's true.
So imagining it as a helmet is actually more upsetting to me, because they have, like, essentially a head shaped like Patrick's star. That's the only
neither one is an ideal situation.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's only the minion, but the wind-up Kojin doesn't have the head that they do.
I think
because it's a minion.
My favorite interaction...
If the wind-up version did, I would be happy, because it actually has a mouth that moves. It's much better.
My favorite interaction with the Kojin is when Soroban says out loud, "By the kami, a talking turtle!" And the other two just kind of do that slow head turn towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sir, you are aware that you are also a talking turtle, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe referring to them as talking turtles is like racist to them.
Yeah.
It made me chuckle. They keep making that reference too. Like when you beat
talking cat.
Yeah.
What did you just say to me?
When you beat I want to say it's Suzaku, and you go turn in the quest here, and you tell the elder what happened to poor Soroban. You apparently tell him, like what he says is, "So you're telling me that Soroban got turned into a turtle?"
Yeah.
And you can just feel the side-eye coming from whatever their face is.
Yeah. Speaking of peak creature design, me.
I'm surprised we didn't go any of the races of Eorzea, or not from Eorzea. But...
I'm ambivalent on the races, to be honest.
I mean, I figured everybody has seen the different races you can play.
True.
Yeah, and like I do deeply enjoy the Hrothgar, but I'm also super salty about like my limited face and hair options.
Yeah,
as a
very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. So
yeah. The thing I keep in mind when discussing the limitations of the different playable characters and races is they have to keep this as accessible to as many people as possible while still making it a functioning playable game.
Yeah, but what about giving Hrothgar more hair options makes it inaccessible?
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it makes it inaccessible. I'm saying that they had to animate 2 brand new races for Shadowbringers. And that takes... what I'm saying is that I'm sure they'll get to it.
Mm-hmm. As somebody who was in game design, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
I know I'm
sure
but it's not.
to it.
Because, like, I guarantee you, like, they're trying to stop hair from clipping through shoulders and stuff like that, from like all
and,
that kind of stuff.
That was the issue that I kept hearing about with the Viera, was they kept having clipping and just rendering issues in general with hats on the Viera. Like, they'll get to it, I'm sure. But
I'm sure they have like a small team working on it. But
to get 5.0 out and live, beta tested and alpha tested and all the bugs worked out, because I've never encountered a bug in this game. I've never once encountered a bug. Well, no, that's not true. I've encountered one.
I've gotten stuck in schools before, but
one bug. I fought Shadowbringer's first boss before most other people. Or that was Stormblood. Stormblood. I fought Stormblood's first boss.
Well, okay, that's different than a bug when they're getting DDoSed, though.
Okay.
That is, I do consider that to be a different situation. Like, nothing internally in the game that I have experienced has made the game unplayable. And that takes a lot, especially when you have 16 million people playing on different hardware setups, different connection speeds, different peripherals, different everything. That takes a lot of time and resources and staff to do.
No, their bug testing is phenomenal. Some things are a little like janky, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, the way I explain this game is they basically are running everything at high-end PS2 graphics because somebody with a bottom-of-the-shelf e-machine desktop can pick this up and play it. I'm aware. I'm a little bit of an MMO vet. I trust me. I get that. No,
factor.
I'm just saying.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
No,
comparing this to the MMO that I came from, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, like
this game plays much better because in WoW, there was an option where you could click in their fucking menu to get yourself unstuck from things.
Yeah, but I've never needed something like that in this game in 6 years.
Correct, which is why I'm saying there are bugs. Their bugs. Their bug protection is so fucking great.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
The
other thing
I just wish as a Hrothgar my hair options were not tied to which face I chose.
And that's a valid criticism. That is a valid criticism. And the other thing I'll say about this game too is that was why I didn't get into World of Warcraft, was because I just didn't think it looked good at the time. Like, I know they've done a whole bunch of upgrades since I was in high school, but at the time, I said I'd rather go play Final Fantasy X instead, because it looks better. And, I know more about the goings-on and, what it requires to make a game like this work now, but, I just didn't like how they did the art style. I didn't like how they did this, that, and the other thing at the time. I think Final Fantasy XIV looks better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just from an aesthetic point of view. No shade if anybody watching, if World of Warcraft is your thing. It's just the art style is just not for me.
There are some WoW zones where I'm like, fuck. And there's some Final Fantasy zones that I'm like, fuck. It's impressive that what they can do in just what they have.
Such as
all have wowed me, except for WoW's newest expansion, I would say. But I think that's just because I sort of like the art style of floating trees and shit like that. And I know there's one area that has an entire floating whatever, just the way that they do it.
So, I mentioned this when we did main story, I picked up Shadowbringers. I played binge through a couple games of Breath of the Wild, waiting for this game to come out. And coming off of Breath of the Wild, which was what was the equivalent, 42 square kilometers real world equivalent in that game. And I got into Shadowbringers and I said, these areas are massive.
Yeah. And but what I like about Final Fantasy's areas over WoW's is that they're massive and have things in them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
WoW is massive and empty.
Yeah, I can't clip through these buildings, for example.
I want to,
but I can't. But also, if you look on the map here, and we're getting way off track as far as character design goes, but just indulge me. If you look on the map here, there's a lot of these places that you can go into. They're not just textures. They are fully rendered buildings and areas, and they have stuff inside them. And I know that some other multiplayer games they can't do that for whatever reason.
Yeah, I played Monster, trust me, I know. any major MMO that's out there I played for an excessive period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, trying to find like the one that fits, the one that feels most things is like, and most attention grabbing.
Yeah.
Which is why there's a reason why I stay with Final Fantasy. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy, it was still like, there was something that always like caught me from every like zone that I went to, from every area, whether it's like the mindless mobs that you fight, whether it's like whatever. There was always something pulling me.
Yeah.
I wish we could see the designs of the Asians currently. Spoilers, but
we can see the Amarok.
Oh, there's some of them. There's one in the mount shop. Yeah. Oh, sorry, the shop.
Yeah. There's one over here too, in this building.
Oh yeah. I just found one. I fucking love this thing so much.
Me too.
I love the way they speak to you.
I wish I could get them to speak out loud to me, but I know that's only for cutscenes.
This one talks.
Does he? Out loud?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Not as loud, no.
No. I wish we could.
Their voices, dude.
Showcase
I
them
think
out
the
loud.
concept does.
I don't know that he does.
Oh no.
Oh no, Hunt Train.
Oh no.
They call you Little One, which is adorable.
You're tiny.
It's like, I am height.
Yeah, I'm the tallest that you can be.
The denizens of Amarat, I think, were really well designed too, because again, it fits with what the message they were trying to convey with them.
Now here's the thing, though. Here's where I will draw a line. There is a difference between creature design and character.
That is fair.
Yeah,
that is fair.
And these fall more under character design.
That is very fair. That is a very fair thing to point out.
Because they're just a dude in a cloak.
Yeah. But it does, like I said, it does fit with what they were trying to convey with them as far as their character design goes.
Yes, but that is a different thing from creature design.
Yes, 100%, and I agree.
Because while they are interesting and stuff, they do not tell me anything specific about the biology of this world.
Just while I'm thinking
it
about Final Fantasy is gigantic, we're gonna do an experiment. None of the buildings that you see are scaled, by the way. They are all the same. Like, if you go up to one, it is proportionate to the rest of the buildings. We're just gonna keep going.
Where are you?
Oh, I hit
just
the
right
edge.
outside the building.
Glub, glub, he whispers.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We are still going just straight up.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you ever do an episode on environment art, I would love to be a part of it.
Oh yeah,
By
absolutely.
the way, I think what you were looking about earlier was that the design of these guys don't give you any information about the ecology of the world.
Can't really hear you, Go-Go.
Oh, sorry. I think what you were going for was that the design of the ancient ones doesn't tell you anything about the ecology of the world that we're in.
Well, it doesn't tell you anything about the biology of the characters themselves either. Like, nothing
Also
beyond... Like, that was, I think, the point they were trying to make.
Okay.
Well, we're
'Cause
gonna
I was
do
like-
sightseeing and vistas care, and we can definitely touch on environments in that.
Oh yeah, bring me in for just that.
Yeah.
I was an environmental artist for like 4.5 years.
Yeah, like, that's how high up you can go in this area, and it is all 3 different axes explorable.
Getting back to creature design.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the Tempest is an underwater area, and it has some really cool sea creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I love me a good underwater zone.
I'm gonna head to the Ondo Cups, just because I get lost trying to get out of here on my own. Then we can
while
show
you're
off,
at the Ondo Cups, we can have a look at the Sahagin.
Yeah. Are they called the Sahagin in this one too?
Not in
They're
this
not called.
stuff, but they exist in Realm Reborn areas as well, and
Yeah,
they're
again,
They are
same...
the Ondo.
they're fish people. And I
Right,
appreciate
right, they
them.
are, aren't they? They are the Ondo.
They're very creature from the Black Lagoon type fish people.
Very,
Shape
what's the book
And at a
that
10 wood smooch.
You're in it. What's the book that Lovecraft wrote, with all the fish people?
Oh,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember its name.
It's not Mountains of Madness.
No, it's not Mountains of Madness. Mountains of Madness
Shadow over
actually is a
Innsmouth.
game.
Shadow over Innsmouth.
That's It's Innsmouth, yes.
Yeah,
the Shadow of
it's a
Innsmouth.
very shadow.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever played
They are.
the old school Dark Corners of the Earth Cthulhu game, where you played Jack, a private eye. There's a dude on YouTube does a really good Let's Play of it.
What is it called?
Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would love to play that.
There's a dude on YouTube, Halloween4545, did a really good initial Let's Play of it, and then did a revisit that was really fun. Same kind of energy when you get to the fish people.
Yeah.
In that game.
But like looking at the anatomy of this creature, like you can see like this was built to be swimming. Like the way the head is shaped is more meant to be looking up as opposed to forward, walking on two legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like it was clearly made to swim and to swim fast. And I love that. That is good shit right there.
I don't
It's
know
got
that they
chest and
qualify
long
as a
arms.
monster.
It's got that Michael Phelps build, you know?
Well, let me in.
They're
got-
really
No.
a people, though, aren't they?
But they're not a human, and therefore they fall under creature design. Like
I mean,
like
humans are creatures.
the creature
Oh,
from
let me
the
go
shape
back.
of water is a
Oh,
creature. It falls
What if
under
that creature
design,
but horny?
as opposed to character. So character does the thing that's interesting. So when you create like a race of people, so looking at James Cameron's Avatar, the Na'vi, the blue aliens in that movie, their original design, like the design of what that race should look like, is creature design. But then
That's
within those creature designs, you have actual varied individuals with choices that were made to make them stand out and be distinct
As
from each other
characters.
as individuals. That's character design. So you could take any one of these fish people, which are a creature design, and give it a funny hat, and then it's character design.
Because the hat would tell you something about what they currently live in, or how they currently whatever.
Character design tells you something distinct about that individual. Creature design is about the species as a whole.
Yeah.
Like if you saw one of them wear a
fair.
scarf and none of them other wear a scarf, you've been like,
Yeah, then it's like, why is that one wearing a scarf? Oh, well, he's got character.
they are wearing the scarf for this reason, because they're focused on the they, not the them.
Yeah.
Does that mean that I can give my dog a funny hat and a scarf, and that's character design?
Correct.
You're giving a character.
Because you are defining them as an individual. Whereas
You're making
creature
your
design
dog
is
the main
defining
character.
them as like a race as a whole.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
a species as a whole.
Also, I would like to participate in some character design with my dog sometime. She will hate it.
So
But
like
she's gonna be so cute.
creature design is deciding to give elves long pointy ears. You know? Whereas
Okay.
specifically giving Legolas blonde hair and blue eyes, that's a character design choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because not
I really
all
like how we're
elves
defining
have blonde
this,
hair and
because,
blue
like,
eyes.
That's what Queen went to college. Like that's what they studied.
That's what I went to school for.
yes,
Was
yes.
creature
I
design.
just, I enjoy that you're defining this all, because it's just like words from an expert.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it's all good
someone
information.
someone who has expertise in the area.
Yeah. And but yeah, so you can have character design within creature design.
Yeah.
So like if I design like a really cool badass dragon and then I decide to give it some scars and stuff, that's giving my creature design character. So it all like factors in, but not every single one of those dragons is going to have those scars and stuff, and therefore that design choice is a character design choice, not a creature design choice. Creature design specifically refers to just the base model, like what is the like individual, like what does this creature look like in its most vanilla form?
Yeah.
And then like additions and modifications to that would fall more under character design, unless it's like you're designing a subspecies, in which case it's still creature design.
Yeah. And that's all good information to have. Thank you for helping out with this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And that's what I love doing, because I went to university for costume design, and then I went to school for creature design, and costume design very much falls under character design. like when you're making a costume for a person, like that's informing their character, and like what the clothing that they choose and stuff, like that's all decisions about their character. Whereas creature design is, we've already defined it, so I won't repeat myself, but yeah.
This seems like as good a place as any to start wrapping up this particular segment. Does anybody else have any closing thoughts? Any last critters we want to showcase? Anything we want to show off before we close it off for the night?
Make more horny monsters.
Damn it, Volcando.
With horns.
I do have one. We're going to the Hostile Imperative, I think.
Bye.
We're going to Lakeland. There is one more unique creature that I want to show off. I think this is closest. Yeah. Then we're gonna head south. South-ish. So this was one that they showed off towards the end of 5.0 that I absolutely just was floored at how intricate and detailed and unique this creature was.
I know exactly where we're going.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite creature designs as well.
It's Bismarck.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole ass whale underneath there. You can see it on the map.
Flying whale islands are just the creature design.
You can also swim underneath to see its fins in case people
I'm going
are
to.
a lack of belief.
Yeah, so this island here is.
If you look at the map, it's the shape of him.
Yeah.
Like even his tail is highlighted in the map.
Yep.
I'm right by his eye over here.
I gotta find you.
This right here.
Up or down?
This is his eye.
I can't see where you are.
Turn around.
Oh, hey, yeah, it sure is.
Now and then I get a little.
Eye right here.
Aw, he's sleeping. He's taking a nap. But yeah, the fact that they decided to.
He is sitting on ground, like he's on like a mound of dirt, but that you can see the whale shape to him.
Yeah, but the fact that this was what they this was the lead up to the climax of 5.0, and this was what they went with, just has stuck with me since a year ago, for the whole year that this game has been out.
And if you want to experience more of him, you can ride him on a dungeon.
Part of a dungeon.
Yeah.
Instance of Bismarck is considered to be one of the Fae of this world. So he is connected with the Pixies.
Yep. Fae puts in a good word for us.
Yeah.
Let's go see his tail.
Yeah, I
love going to see the tail.
I love me some maxi creature design, like shit with a forest on its back. Oof. Like the lion turtles from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Good shit.
That's why you like Torterra so much.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Torterra is a good Pokemon. It's very good design.
Great Pokemon.
And like the maybe like the shit that you did for your school assignment.
Yeah. Clearly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sprouts. I
Yeah,
forgot
it's a
that's
whale
what you
tail.
were, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has a voice, and he very prominent thing that stuck with me as I powered through main scenario.
Same.
And like this was something that just absolutely stuck with me, finishing up that story. That this giant whale that we faced as an enemy at one point came back beautiful. Like, look at him, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, and I do like that his design is unique from the Bismarck you see in Heavensward.
Oh yes. I like that this Bismarck is actually more in line with the character of like the tale of him that led up to the white whale becoming a primal.
Yeah.
The Bismarck that had been bullied.
Yeah. And speaking of Heavensward design, Hraesvulgar, I want to smooch him.
Oh, same. That's a pretty dragon. I don't want to smooch him, but he's a very pretty dragon. I'll leave the smooching to others.
He looks like
you said same. That literally means.
You shut up, Gogo. He's a very pretty dragon is the point.
Yes, I love me a dragon with feathered wings.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here. We filled out probably close to an hour and a half. Oh, not quite an hour and a half of time on creature design. Last chance for closing.
I could go all day. Like, yeah, does anyone have any questions for
There's
me
only a couple people in the chat.
a creature designer or any of our panel?
Yeah, so there's this game called Fallout 4, and inside of it, there's this one area where there's the crab, like.
Do not trigger me! I will
Do not. Do
and
not.
I think it's a really good like example of book.
Do not.
I'll kill you! Yeah, that's what I thought of Fallout 4.
Anyway.
Well, no, a specific crab.
God, do not trigger me. I promise you guys, I will make a YouTube video all my own.
Thank you.
About my opinions about
this
creature design.
This is me just putting it out into ether. You said you would do this a year and a half ago.
I know. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. None of my rage has subsided even a little. Like, I'm still just as angry. Do not worry.
Here. Here's a creature.
I want to kill Todd Coward.
I'll capture footage for you if you
do
want
go
to.
offline?
I will scream.
Here's a creature. I didn't leave. You all left the Isle of Ken.
I can't tell if we have gone offline somehow or not, but I'm gonna call it. Seems like a good place to quit before we get too into it.
But guest all.
I want to make sure I haven't gone offline.
You're still on my screen.
Okay. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Crowdeliva. Stream announcements, prizes, giveaways, charity, cat pictures, screenshots, all that good stuff. Click the extra life button, blue and white button above the chat box on Twitch. We are gunning for 1,000 this year. Liz, tell them what I win if I hit $1,000.
If we manage to raise $1,000 for children's health,
Children's Miracle Network.
Yes, the Children's Miracle Network, which benefits children who are sick. We will be running Cinderdrift Brutal, which is our name for making Crow do Cinderdrift Extreme while having eaten extremely spicy hot peppers. And it's going to be hilarious.
And I volunteered to do it with her, actually.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I won't suffer alone.
Yeah, so it's going to be hilarious, but we need to hit a goal of 1,000 this year before we can get that sweet, sweet gift.
Yep, game day is November 7th.
Is it sweet or is it sweet and spicy?
Yeah.
Game day is November 7th, so we're about, what, 4 months out?
Yeah, we're 4 months out, and we are currently sitting at what?
337. Thank you, by the way, the other day for your donation, Volkendo. Shout out to Lena, who donated yesterday. I have a notification set up for when people donate while I'm streaming, and Lena sent hers right as we were finishing up Cinderdrift Normal, and scared the shit out of me, so that was great.
So you can just imagine how great Cinderdrift Brutal is going to be.
Yeah. It's all for charity. It's an important thing.
Savage.
Yep. It's all for charity and also my enjoyment of watching you suffer.
I mean, I get great schadenfreude listening to you complain about creature design, so I suppose turnabout and all that.
Yeah, really.
See, I told you earlier I love suffering. This is what I'm talking about.
Woo! Suffer for the kids.
We'll suffer together.
Hell yeah, we'll suffer together. Again, like I said, it's all for
There's
charity.
nothing more adult than suffering for the kids.
God, tell me about it. But yeah, all the money goes to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. That's KU Pediatrics right here in Kansas City. It is a whole network of hospitals, so it goes to a great cause. Please, 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 by all means, consider clicking the link. Otherwise, I'm going to put up a link sometime tonight on Twitter. Retweets, get the message out. That's always good. Liz, you were our expert for today. Where can they follow you if you would like to have people follow you?
Oh God. You can follow me on Twitter where I never post at Lizard Party. That's Pardy.
Don't tell me never post. I'm not gonna follow you.
I know.
Also,
and
Tempest Creatures.
I also have Tempest Creatures. Tempest Creature on Twitter because it was too many characters to have the S at the end. That's my personal sculpting Twitter.
Where they do creature design. If y'all want to see the expertise put into practice, follow that one too. You also should follow Lahyem right on here on Twitch, Lahyem, and BOS Dance, BOSDANSE. We are part of the Band of Sometimes Network. We're just getting off the ground. Our YouTube channel is search for Fiddlestacks, and we're getting some projects set up.
There was actually a video of a stream highlight just posted today.
Oh, hey, go check that out. Yeah, go check out the YouTube channel. Hit subscribe there too. It costs you nothing to subscribe and follow us, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate the support.
And Zeppel watched the videos of ours on their stream, so that's how fucking good we are.
I'm sorry? What happened?
Oh, a big Final Fantasy streamer watched one of our videos on stream.
Oh lord. That's terrifying.
It was the third video where
No, which
which who? Zeppela.
Oh
yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Meg said that.
Yeah.
And the proof came in from watching only our videos on YouTube, and then I started getting recommendations for Zeppela.
Oh wow.
So there's that.
And I only watched our videos.
We're famous
that happened.
now, guys. We did it.
Yay.
Also, Zeppela apparently thought we were really funny.
I mean, that's encouraging. I think we're funny. I think we're funny sometimes, at least.
Well, that's why
we're the band of sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes
we're not the band of sometimes funny.
Because the band of inconsistent was taken.
Band of inconsistency.
Alright, I'm gonna head back to Sanctuary. One last time at Crowdalava on Twitter. Tomorrow's stream is... What is tomorrow's stream? Hold, please. I should just have this as, like, my phone background. Tomorrow's stream is the Gold Saucer, the Manderville Gold Saucer. Come join us for our gambling problem. I'm just gonna put that out there for everybody to witness.
I'm gonna highlight that Chocobo Racing something fierce.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Chocobo Racing, we're gonna do Gates. We're gonna do the Gold Saucer, We're gonna do the Cactuar lottos. There's 2 of them.
Tell me we're gonna do the slices right.
We're gonna try and do the slices right. We're also gonna try and do Leap of Faith. We're gonna do a couple gates, just as a group, because they're all varied and different, and the music is an earworm. You will never get it out of your head ever again. So I will keep that tuned down for tomorrow because it's a good remix of the Gold Saucer theme from 7. But it's catchy, shall we say. It's very catchy. Alright, thank you everybody for coming with us and enjoying all the... Thank you everybody for coming and doing creature design with us today. Remember, we are doing 31 Days of Eorzea. This was day 5.
Give it up for day 5, everybody.
Go spread the hashtag on Twitter. The meme should be, or the list should be the posted tweet on Twitter. So if y'all want to do like your screenshots, your own streams, DM me on Twitter if you want to be on any of mine, and I'll make it happen. I would love more people to come and hang out with us and see the things that we absolutely love about this game that make this game amazing. But that's all for today. I will see everybody tomorrow in the Manderville Gold Saucer. Bye!